You're now watching a clip from the Inspired by show. You can watch the full episode on our YouTube channel or listen on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. So make sure to head over there, leave us a 5-star rating if you enjoyed it, and follow the show. For those people, obviously, you've mentioned that this is the 3rd iteration of this book. New name, new style. Tell us a little bit about why this story and why this title.
Yeah, so I had this, as I say, I had this epiphany, and I woke up in the morning and I could see this book. It was bright yellow with the word "sue me" on it, and I thought, well, this is really in your face. Now, I had published this originally with a hybrid publisher, and they had omitted telling me that I needed permissions. So I managed to get my royalties back, but it was such a big process. And I could have got sued. But at the time, it was the right thing to do because it got a lot of attention. We had a lot of film producers looking at it who wanted to do a screenplay. The Coercive Control Conference had just come about. They wanted me to get involved, and they wanted me to talk about the holistic side of it and everything. And also I was getting threats as well, which were from people who were saying, if you publish this, we're going to sue you. So at the time, I wasn't strong enough. The second time round, Orion took it. They gave me a 4-book deal. Amanda Harris had read it in 4 days and said, oh my God, this is absolutely amazing. Not only is this what I'm looking for, but also we want her to write 3 more books. We'll publish this. And so I went down a process with them, but they wanted to halve the book so it would fit the format for the other 3 books. And Amanda said, no, we can't do that because we're taking away the integrity of your story. This is your pension. This is what you're here to serve. So you have this back, and it'll be, it'll go through the right people at the right time. And when I got this and I saw that title, I thought, yeah, they want me to write the full thing, no changing any names or places, because why should I hide away from the people I've been fearful from all my life? Because those people have held me back. And actually, that's the very thing that I'm teaching people, which is don't hide anymore. Allow your voice to come through and say no to bad behavior. This is not happening anymore. But I did think, there must be maybe a subtitle, because sue me is, it doesn't really explain what it's about. And then 3 days later, it dawned on me, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's my stepmother's name. And that absolutely floored me, because she has been the voice in my head that has attracted so much deprivation and these cycles of abuse, because I had this internal voice which was saying, you'll never be good enough. Nobody wants you, Amanda. Everybody hates you. You're just a pain in the neck. Go and hide somewhere and die. And that's what always came through for me. Whenever I was making any decisions, I didn't realize how powerful it was. So in a way, it was I guess when I said to myself, I want peace, I wanted peace from that voice. And that's why it's so powerful for me to do this now, because, hey, you can sue me, but it's going to do is highlight that I'm speaking my truth. And what punishment is there? What more punishment can I have? I've already been punished once by you, so do your worst.
Which is exactly why I love the name. And when you told me, and we had many a conversation about, is this book going to get brought down? Is it going to be allowed to be there? We've had various challenges with that, and it's just one of those things. But I think exactly like you said, the louder you shout, yeah, okay, it might piss people off. Yeah, okay, it might trigger people, but is that not the reason why we got to talk about it?
Yeah.
Is that not the reason why we have to? The amount of times I interview people on this show and people say stuff, and then people go, is that going to get edited out? And luckily, I'm not a big enough brand, if you will, for it to get cancelled. But I think there are sometimes challenges where we do just need to be raw and real, and share the real shit, because actually that's what people need to hear.
Yeah. I think this is the thing. I think because everything is kind of spoon-fed to us in a certain way, or it's always edited to a certain degree, we don't really know what real life is about. Especially now because of technology and social media and the way we can just find anything on the internet. When we grew up, or when I grew up, I'm much older than you, but all I had was outdoors and books. And that was it. I had no toys. And so everything was real. That story was real to me. Those animals were real. The nature was real. And so that's why much of my life is embedded in reality, because it creates a feeling of alignment. And when you've got that alignment, then you can create so much more. And that's where peace and happiness and joy and truth and all the stuff that comes from being, living the life you deserve comes from. So it's, I think we need to strip a lot of this stuff back and say, hey, come on, truth must come first now.